This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about Raw from Cleveland on July 25th. It's got some notable things. First of all, CM Punk is here doing a dark match. The Miz is going to team with Matt Cappotelli in a dark match against the Highlanders. Rob Conway is going to debut a theme that is well remembered by WWE fans at the time. Johnny Swinger is going to debut as Johnny Parisi on Heat. Eugene is going to return after 6 months off, and he's going to defeat Kurt Angle in the Kurt Angle Invitational to win Angle's gold medals. My goodness. This is something else. Did you have any fear that the Eugene character at this point was dead and buried? And whose idea was it to have Eugene beat Kurt Angle after all of these Angle invitations? This feels like a last minute decision, or, I mean, this couldn't have been the payoff you originally envisioned. Talk to us about Eugene coming back here after a layoff and beating Kurt Angle.
Well, this actually was one of the payoffs that we did envision with Eugene. And no matter what you want to say about the character, the gimmick, or anything like that, the gimmick was over, and the character of Eugene was an excellent worker. So you knew you were always going to get good matches with him, and the character was unique in that the audience loved him and wanted to help him. And yeah, that was actually one of the payoffs that we finally got with Kurt. So yeah, it felt good.
Let's talk about, the decision. I mean, is Angle, I mean, I know this sounds silly, but Kurt Angle is one of the all-time great entertainers beyond just being an all-time legitimate badass. He's probably in love with a storyline like this, right? I mean, he loves hamming it up.
Yeah, Kurt was having a lot of fun, and you add to that Eugene having an awful lot of fun, and the chemistry that Kurt Angle and Eugene had in the ring. How could it not be?
This is also a show where Viscera would team with a little person to defeat the Heartthrobs, and their little person was named Pocket Rocket. Bruce, who booked this shit? Pocket Rocket?
I can't help but what his mother named him.
Oh, okay. So his birth certificate is Rocket, Pocket.
Well, no. Okay. We just took his first and his middle name.
Oh, I got you. So it's like Pocket Rocket Jones or something.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was,
Edwards. PRE.
Smith.
PRS. Edge and Kane continue their feud. Edge and Kane have a stretcher match, but Kane drives Lita off in an ambulance after the match. Is this the most Vince storyline ever? I mean, this is one of those. Kane driving an ambulance. This is something else.
What, the big red machine can't drive?
Of course he can. It's just,
he's a mayor of a major county in Tennessee.
No, that's Glenn Jacobs. I'm talking about Kane.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he can drive. Paul Bearer taught him how to drive. He used to drive the hearses all the time in the funeral parlor back when he was a little baby pyromaniac.
That storyline is something else. On the July 11th Raw, there's some pretty notable moments from the show. Kurt Angle's going to defeat Matt Striker in his 3-minute challenge. But beforehand, Striker's portrayed as Matt Martell, and Angle cuts a promo on him stating he knows he's Matt Striker because he's been in the news about missing days as a school teacher to begin a wrestling career. Did you guys just think when this news came out that this is too good of a story not to put on TV?
Well, yeah, because it was, especially in the Northeast, and not just in New York, but all over the Northeast, the media picked it up, and it was a interesting story that was all over the place. So why not capitalize on it? Why not tell that story? Because Matt had left his job as a school teacher because of this. And we thought, okay, good looking guy, good hand. And let's tell a story with him. Let's see if we can get this and get some more media on the other side of it. Just made sense.
Next up, we've got Kurt Angle beating Eugene in 3 minutes and 51 seconds to recapture his gold medal. The The finish came when Angle hit the angle slam and forced Eugene to tap out. Of course, he kicked out of Eugene's Stone Cold Stunner, which is fun. But one of my favorite things of the entire pay-per-view is after the match, he goes and gets a chair, he being Kurt Angle, pronouns pal, puts it in the center of the ring and stands on the chair so the referee can place his gold medal around his neck like he's in the Olympics. This is fucking tremendous shit. And the crowd appreciates it. They're going to start cheering Angle here, star and a quarter. I know in hindsight, you could say, oh man, what could him and Benoit have had if they had a really competitive match here? Cause they were both in sort of funny ha-has or whatever. But goddamn, the whole putting the medal on him after the match was tremendous.
That's entertainment. And
nobody was better than Kurt Angle. Let's shift gears. It also was reported in that same issue of The Torch that James Gibson, aka Jamie Noble, would be re-signed by WWE. What did you think of this decision back then? Around the same time, Spanky was re-signed. Was there a push in this era to bring back the smaller, more work rate kind of guys in 05?
I just think it's two great talent. Both Jamie Noble and Spanky, tremendous. Brian Kendrick, they were both great talent, and regardless of their size, their talent was ginormous, still is. So always liked them both. And for whatever reason, they were gone, and time for them to come back.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.